Hi, so today we are at Laman Local.
So today, what we're gonna do? We are going to interview owner of Laman Local. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, so Assalamualaikum. So now we were gonna start to interview this miss, which is the owner of this shop, and then we want to ask you about our BMC, which is business model canvas for this shop, because our course need to make a business model canvas for specific shop, and then we were gonna set a new upgraded BMC. So the first thing that can you know what can we call this?
They call me Miss Amani.
Alright. So your education.
Okay, so previously I was in medical field, and then after I completed my studies, I ventured into economic and finance. And then after being experienced almost 4 years, and then I started to venture into business.
Alright. So how the idea to open this shop?
Okay, so previously, my family, we were from business-based, family-based. And then the reason why I ventured into this is because as a youth myself, I personally think that I don't like to work 24/7, and I would love to spend more time with my family. So I think the easiest way for me to have plenty of time with my family is through business, because it is flexible. And I believe after been working with corporate finance for 4 years, I don't have time with my family, and stressful job, obviously, because I have to handle my clients with investment money. So when I venture into business, I believe that I can, spend more time with my family, talk to my customers, and get their feedback. That is actually the reason why I venture into this business.
Alright. So alright. So we were gonna start to ask about our BMC. So the first segment, which is a customer segment. So I just wanna ask how and what the customer that you targeting for this shop.
Okay, so basically at Laman Local, just in case you don't know, in Laman Local, we are not just gonna focus on one concept. If you want to do business, there are things that you have to know, which is business segmentation and customer segmentation. So basically, at Laman Local, we have 2 floors and 20 times 100 square feet, which means it is good enough for us to diverse 2 type of business segmentation and client segmentation. So at front here, at first phase, we are targeting for M40 to T20 people, which is the corporate clients, and they have their lunch here, anniversary, celebrations. But we also wanted this youth, those kind of people, millennials especially, that love to do contents, TikTok and everything. They are actually the key player for the marketing part. So we don't have to run marketing as much as we need, because they can actually do that part. That's why if you see at Laman Local, the way we decor the place, the way we create the ambience is to make sure the youth feel happy to come. But the pricing and also the model and the menu here is specifically for family, and asset classification is M40 and T20.
So I think I know that your target is M40 and T20. So I just want to ask that for you, what the most important customers?
For me personally, every customer is very important. But obviously, even if we set a target for M40 and T20, we also have an initiative for B40, which is every morning we're gonna give free food for the B40 people, whoever homeless people, state people that need food. And if people have no money, they can always come to our place and request for every menu. We can give them for free. So personally at Laman Local, we don't mind if you don't have the money, you can always come and eat. But our primary market is every customer is very important, regardless if you are paying or you're not paying.
Alright, okay, thank you. So we move on to the next question, which is another segment, value proposition. So about value proposition, we want to ask you about what value that you can give to your customer, or anything that can make the memories for the customer.
Understand? For value proposition, there are two types of different value proposition that we put in Laman Local. Number one is for business owner in the community, and number two is for the business itself. For Laman Local, actually, what's the reason of Laman Local? What's the name behind Laman Local? Is actually we gather all home-based entrepreneurs, single mom entrepreneurs, street market entrepreneur yang memang orang kata buat business di tepi jalan. We offer them a proper placement for them to do the business here. As a value we exchange for them is they don't have to invest much to renovate a place, decorate a place. We give them the opportunity to do the business here. So for the value proposition on the community side, we offer a proper placement for business. But on the other side, for the customer segmentation, customer value proposition, we offer them an ambience, which is at the first phase now, we are trying to make them as they feel like home actually. The way we cook itself, the way we portray the food, to make sure that they feel like, oh, this is my grandma's home cook, because we get the feedback from the customers as well. So because we don't want just to sell the food, we want to sell the environment. We want to make sure that every meal that they have, they can start with the dessert cookies first, and then the hot dish, and then they can settle up with coffee. So the idea is to make sure at Laman Local, you feel like you are at home, but you have people to cook for you lah, obviously, and you have to pay. Okay?
Alright, thank you. So we're gonna move on to the other question, but another interviewer.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
So, Miss, in this Laman Local, so how do you make people to change their mind to go to Laman Local? As we know, in Malacca City there are so many cafes, right?
Mhm.
So how do you change people's mind to go to your own cafe?
Understand? So mind if I ask you, are you from Malacca?
Yes.
Okay, so I ask you one question. At Malacca, where do people visit most? If you come to Malacca, where do people visit most?
Jonker.
Definitely, Jonker Walk is the first answer. But tell me, how many shop there is actually halal and Muslim owner based? So I answer your question from there. The reason why I ventured here at Jonker Walk is because I've made my own research for 6 months and I checked the customer segmentation around here. 90%, if you can check in Malacca data, every single year the visitors is 1.2 million per annum. So which means the people visited here, and the place most visited is Jonker Walk because they have the heritage concept, you know. Basically that's the only place here in Malacca. This is the only place here in Malacca. So why we chose here and how can I pull the crowd here? It's because when we market our name, we always say we are the first halal food hub in Jonker Walk, Malacca, because people come Malacca to Jonker Walk, but they don't know is it halal or is it non-halal. So that's how we play the
Because
role.
there are too many Chinese restaurants.
Exactly. So we fill the gap there.
Okay, so we move to the third segment, which is about the channel.
Okay.
So, how do you reach and engage to your customer?
Okay, so previously, just to share with you, I helped my parents to upgrade their business. They've been running business for the past 15 years, and I took over when I was studying for the 5 years. How can I relate to that business? To his business is because for me, regardless of your food, no matter how good your food is, your service should be your number one, and instead at top tier. Because if you cannot retain your customers and you cannot make them as your regular customers, you need to always do a new marketing to call new customers. So at Laman Local, we have to make sure that, and I train my staff to always ask the feedback from the customers, and on social media, we read the customers' feedback. If it's not okay, it's just a mistake. We can always repay it back. We can always say, so sorry, I'm so sorry. But how can we make sure that the customers will be here, and how do we engage with the customers? We have the database. We always text them, how are you today? Do you want to come to our restaurant? We can make a reservation for you. And if they done in here, we will always ask if you have any questions, if you need our help, you can always call us. If you have any problem, talk to us. And if you feel like our service is not good enough, talk to us. We can always improve that. Because for me, if you want to pay, even because I personally love to pay at the coffee shop and stuff. So if I pay 50 ringgit or 100 ringgit, it's not a problem. But your service should be top tier. So same goes to here. If your service is out, so for me, food is not relevant anymore.
So it means that how do people out there want to reach you?
Oh, easy. So they can always come search us on social media. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have website, we have Gmail, we have Facebook page, and then we have not customers. We have cross-selling with 3 transportation company that bring tourists here. So whenever tourists here, they can always reserve a table here. And then if that customers want to talk to us, we have the HQ number on every page that we post. So you can always talk to us anytime.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Amani. So for next segment is customer relationship. How do you establish and maintain relationship with your customer?
Okay, so talking about relationship is just like how we have relationship with our family, with our friends, with our loved ones, you know. Same goes to customers. For me, the first way for us to create a relationship with the customers is during their first visit and their first impression, which means whenever you come to Laman Local, we are trying to make sure that the service here and the ambience here can fit to your needs. So how to maintain the relationship that Laman Local, we are not a cashless, we are paperless kind of concept. We don't have physical receipt, but we request for a phone number and email. So every month or during their birthday, usually we will wish them a happy birthday, and then we will always call them once in a while just in case they want to come again. The way we maintain is to make sure that we ask their feedback and we help them to understand that Laman Local, we are doing this, we are launching this. So that's how we make sure that they are keep updated with our arrangement adjustment.
Alright, thank you. And as a customer, of course, we have an expectation for our value memory in every cafe. So, for you, what type of memory or value that you want to serve for others customers?
Okay, so I think the first one is of course the food, because like no other, I can say that to win a World Chef Championship is not easy. So that's why at Laman Local, we are trying our best to make sure every customer that dine in at Laman Local try our dish that actually won the World Chef Championship. So after they've tried the menu, and the second option is we are trying to make sure that, as I said previously, at Laman Local, we want to make sure that the customers feel like at home. So when they feel comfortable, they can read the books, they can charge their phone, they can eat anywhere they prefer. So that's how I think it can make the customers feel welcome here.
Okay, so we go to another segment, revenue stream.
Okay.
So this one question is maybe a bit of personal question.
Okay.
What are the primary revenue stream for your business, and how do you generate income?
Okay, so the primary revenue stream, I think, of course, we will focus on the reservation and also events. So, which means, like every single year, we have 365 days. Which means at Laman Local, we are trying to make sure every single day there will be one reservation under the celebration. It can be anniversary, it can be birthday celebration, it can be corporate event, it can also be catering. So that's the first one, and the second revenue stream is for dine-in customers, because when the part where customers book the reservation, they will always pay the deposit in advance, regardless of they book for February, March, April, or December. We can always lock them with the reservation money first. So that's how we get the money and roll back to buy the equipments.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to next section.
Okay, so still in the same segment, which is revenue stream. So the question is, what a customer is willing to pay for your product?
What make the customers willing to pay? Okay, I think it's because they might not be able to taste the World Chef Championship establishment product in Malacca, I believe, because as far as I check, 2023, we are the only place here that actually established in the championship category. So, of course, so you can try here, and you should be willing to try it, because I can guarantee you 90% of customers try our food, they will always come back. So, they should be willing to try the World Chef Championship establishment menu.
I see. Okay, so the next segment is key resources. So what physical resources are essential for your business model?
So there's two important and essential resources. Number one is of course the raw ingredients, which is the food and itself. Because before we own this place, before Lama Local was established, we have Restaurant Bunga Naga, which is actually the mother company. We are the subsidiary. So at Restaurant Bunga Naga, we have a farm that produce dragon fruit. So that is the first essential product, the raw ingredients. The second one is all the items that you see the displayed there. Those are actually, if you gather all the amount, it can cost you to buy a 1.3 million house. So that are the key resources here.
Okay, so what financial resources are necessary to start and sustain your business?
Okay, so for me, I don't know about the other entrepreneur business owner, but more from my personal side is, if you want to do any business, try your best to avoid loans. Try your best to use whatever capital that you have and roll from there. Because if you want to start a business, I believe that every business owner wanted a place very proper, very well renovated, but they forgot that, have you rolled the money? Have you made your profits yet? So for me, if you want to do any business, the first thing is whatever capital that you have, that is the money that you should fully utilize. Diverse into what is the amount should we put to buy ingredients, what are the amount for renovation, what are the amount for the stuffing. So even if you have only 10,000 bucks, you can always use that to start your business. Don't see that I don't have enough this, I don't have enough this. You as a business owner should know what is your target amount, and with that money, fully utilize that.
Thank you.
Alright.
Next customer.
Okay, so Miss Amani, what is your day-to-day activities in order to running your business?
Okay, so if you ask me, I don't have any much activity, because before I do any business or any services, I have to make sure that number one is SOP. Do you know SOP? What is SOP?
Standard operation
Procedure. Correct. So SOP is very important. So same goes to me. If I want to make sure that I don't work 24/7, I need to have an SOP and guideline for my staff. Or else I have to be there in every decision making. So my day-to-day activity is just to at the morning I have time, just like you guys. I have time for my coffee break, for my salat prayer and everything. Play with my cats. And then I'll check the WhatsApp group, and my staff will always clock in their time, when did they arrive, and then they will do the checklist. They will submit to me, these are the things that they have already done. So I'll check it, if everything is normal, if everything is good, so nothing much to do, just wait for the customers to dine in.
So are there any other activities that related to your staff, like it could be training, it could be selling and whatsoever?
Understand? So at Lama Local, just in case you don't know, 90% of our staff are students, and they are still studying. But I was a student myself, and as a student, we love to buy things, and we always add to cart a few things, but we cannot check out because we cannot pay, right? So my idea dekat Lama Local ni is to provide a place to generate income for the students especially. So I recruited the students, and every time I interviewed them and I asked, what are your goals for the 3 years? And most of the students that I recruited, the answer is, I want to open my own restaurant, own cafe and everything. So I said every week they will have 3 training with me, which I will teach them the entrepreneur skills. It can be how to do the marketing, it can be how to check your financial statements, it can be related to how to make sure that the customers and business are sustainable. So that's how I train my staff, and at the same time we have a month-to-month basis training. Every staff, permanent staff, we will send them, they can choose. They want to learn about marketing, they want to go for spiritual, nak pergi kelas belajar mengaji ke, Quran ke, or they can always request for them to place a business product here. So staff here, or every day-to-day activity here, for the staff is like that. For the customers and community, we have every day providing free food for the community. So that's how day-to-day activity.
My next question is, do you have any partnership or collaboration or suppliers that contribute into your business?
Into to my business in what aspect? Is it to build up the financial aspect or just to run the business?
To run the business.
Okay, so for now, we have the founders, is me, myself. I look after operation and finance. My best friend, she previously owned a restaurant too. Now she took over the HR and management side. My brother, he was an engineer himself, so now he took care of the suppliers and also customers engagement. So those are the main partnership. So we go into the business partnership. We have few home-based baker, basically under the village category, which is we offer them a business concept here. They can do the business here, and we have at least for now we have 8 business partnership. We have with Bake by Kunia, we have Patisra Bakery, we have Ngopi HQ. Those are the people that we offer a partnership for them to do the business here, because at Lama Local we don't want us the founders to do all of the things unless we cannot rest, right? So the way I do is I offered the specialized people in their industry. For instance, coffee. I'm not somewhere close to coffee, but I love to drink coffee. So I don't want to spend years to learn about coffee. So I collaborate with people that is specialized in coffee. So those are among the partner in Lama.
So my last question is, I want to know about your cost structure. So what are the main costs associated with your business?
Talking about cost money, right? So talking about cost, I think the primary part is the marketing. Just to say it to you in a figure, for instance, if I have 1 million, 700,000 should go to the marketing. 300,000, maybe 100,000 will go to the ingredients. 100,000 should go to the renovation. 100,000 should go to contingency money. That's how I give you an example. Okay, why is it that way? It's because just like how I give you an example, if you want to get to know someone, right? Okay, you want to get to know someone, how to make sure that they look at you?
Dress yourself up.
Yes, exactly. But if you dress yourself very well, you pakai lipstick, you pakai tudung baik cantik-cantik kan. But if you don't market yourself, and for instance, if you don't go around with networking people, or you don't do any social media, can people know you? No, right? So that's how for me, if I have the cost structure, the first phase for the first 6 months of running a business, 70% should go to the marketing. So make sure that people will start to know first, and then along the journey, if let's say I want to renovate more place, at least I have the money coming from the customers that already know about my place. Okay.
So that is all for our interview today. So thank you for spending time with us.
Okay, welcome. Thank you for having me.